everyone, I'm Allie, co-founder of PotomacBeads, and in this Better Beader episode, we're going to talk about patterns and how to organize them. Chances are, if you are a beader or any type of crafter, you have tons of patterns, whether or not that's in the digital form or in magazines or cut out or kind of all over your work area. It's how to organize them and how to get yourself better prepared to actually take the final steps and create things that you love and things that you want to make. So my number one advice to start out is try to make everything digital. This is going to allow you to catalog your entire collection of patterns. That way you can search for it easily through a digital function and a digital search. Some of the different patterns that you'll have, if they come from us, they are easily downloadable and you actually get them to your inbox. You can then print them out, but what happens if you don't have them in the digital form? I would recommend scanning them into your computer. How to tag the actual files. So my suggestion is to tag the files so that they can be searched for and file names. File names in your computer in a patterns folder can be super long. You can organize them then into subfolders of necklaces, bracelets, earrings, whatever. But I would tag them and have them named with their design idea. So if you're making, say, the grandfather clock necklace, which I happen to have right here. If you're making the grandfather clock necklace, you may want to put the name as grandfather clock space dash space cup buttons space dash space bow trios space dash space 8 OC beads. Put the list of supplies in the file name. That way, if you have a couple extra, say, Eva beads or Ava beads, you can search through that actual pattern file to find the beads that you're looking for. By making everything digital, you can not only organize it into multiple different folders, you can copy it and actually have it saved in multiple different locations. So if you want everything with a bow trio bead that you have or with an 8 OC bead that you have in one folder, you can do so. You can even duplicate the file and have it saved in another location. But keep in mind, when you have those great tags on the digital downloads, you'll be able to organize them and search them on your computer in any form and any fashion. When it's time to actually create the patterns, if you haven't already had them as an actual print out, which again, I would suggest scanning and putting into your computer as well, you can print them out, and I would recommend when printing them out, only print them out when you are ready to make the pattern or when you're shopping for supplies. Otherwise, it usually tends to be a waste of paper and you have it all around. Sometimes you don't even want the paper and you'll just look at an iPad or something to follow along with the pattern. You can look at the pattern then also, and once printing it out, I would recommend putting it in a clear plastic sheet. Also, if you happen to be doing orders online, keep in mind that when you do the orders, it's a great idea to put in the order comments what bracelet you're making and whether or not you have stock in your own supply. That way, when the order comes, if it's one order that's specifically for one project, you can drop the invoice in behind the now printed document of the actual pattern, and then you can start sliding in the materials. When you have all of the materials in, you can have them easily inside, sitting in the actual pattern. Everything's ready to go. If you know that you have an afternoon where you have to wait, say at an airport picking somebody up, you just grab the project that you want to work on and everything is in the project. What to do then once you have everything to go? I would limit yourself as to what patterns and projects you're actually getting ready to make so you don't have a 20-year backlog, which I know some of you do. Don't have a 20-year backlog of products and projects to make. Once you do have a number of projects that you have ready to make in their actual envelope, ready to go, or some people will use little boxes as well. I find it really, really easy, especially if you're walking around a bead store or a show, to carry these to search for your materials. Do a little check next to the pattern as soon as you have them. Remember, you can mark up this pattern all that you want and write on it because you now have it digitally and you can go in and reprint it if you need to. Once you have them all organized, you can also put them into bins. This one disappears because it is, guess what, green. But you can put them into actually 3-ring or 4-ring or 5-ring binders, drop in those materials and have them on display in your craft area or your craft room based on the project or based on the amount of time that it'll take you. So if you know you already have all the materials in there, you go in, you grab it, you know that you have 1 hour projects or 3 hour projects or necklace or bracelets or whatever you find the most helpful to organize. I can't stress enough how much technology has moved forward and how it's great if people adapt to that technology, scanning in and having digital copies of all of your patterns. Whether or not this is from a magazine, from a digital download that you already have, or from one that you purchased as part of a kit. Remember, once you have them saved digitally, you can save them on a cloud-based network, so no matter what happens to your computer, you never lose those patterns. Again, tag them with specific details as far as the materials that are used. And then if you have half a tube of your let's say 2-hole bars. If you have half a tube of 2-hole bars, you can easily see if you have any patterns that will fit and that you have the materials to use for. It'll be a good way to search for patterns based on materials that you already have in your stock. You can also do this on our YouTube channel. Keep that in mind, that if you go through the YouTube channel and go to our actual specific channel, use that little magnifying glass in the upper right-hand corner underneath the actual banner, and you can search within our page for any beads that are used. Keep in mind that's basically a digital download as well and a little digital filing. So not only do you have the opportunity to search through your own files, but you can search online in our YouTube files as well. Hopefully these are helpful hints to get you organized and to keep you organized and get you into the most efficient way of that digital library, digital catalog of your patterns. Again, once you have the materials, which we're always happy to get to you at PotomacBeads.com as well as PotomacBeads.eu, grab an actual folder system or a file folder system as inexpensive as the little sheet protectors. Slide your pattern in there and the beads that you're going to use for that pattern to help stay organized. I've seen numerous people do this at different beading events and different beading groups, and I think it is the most efficient way rather than having boxes and bags and all kinds of different things that are crowding around. This gives you the opportunity to actually keep it in the folder, and some file folders will also have little tops that actually close them off. You can use a little paper clip to keep it closed at the top if you are worried about your materials spilling out. There's going to be hopefully tons of suggestions below me. I know a bunch of our different YouTube watchers as well as Potomac Bead Company Facebook group members for beading and jewelry making have a lot of suggestions for Excel sheets, how they organize their beads, how they organize their patterns, how they organize their files. And please comment below and build this beading community up, helping other people that may be just starting or those that need a little kick in the butt to get their patterns organized. As with all of these YouTube videos, remember that you can subscribe to this YouTube channel to get regular updates from us here at Potomac Beads, and we're always happy to give you more information, more ideas, and again, explore and make you a better beader. As always, thanks so much for watching this Better Beader episode, and hopefully you get to that scanner and start scanning in your patterns, changing the file names, making them searchable, and organizing your patterns into a nice catalog. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and happy beading.